In Season 5.5 of Marvel Rivals, the worst tank in the game is unfortunately my boy, the Incredible Hulk, one of my favorite Marvel characters since I was a wee little lad. So as I sit here depressed, unable to play one of my favorite characters of all time, I decided to do the impossible. I put on Cerebro and I jumped inside the mind of the legend himself, Guangong, to figure out what I could do. How would the man, the genius, the myth, the face we see every month to buff Hulk, to fix him, to make him playable, to make him viable? Only a boy could dream, but yet the dream today will come true. Well, no, it won't really come true. It's just a theory. Hopes. God, please, Guang, see this. I need help. My boy needs help. Now, before I get into the buffs, I would first like to talk about my design philosophy when buffing, balancing these characters in my imaginary world called my head. First, it's fun. Let's be honest here, this game's never going to be balanced. It was balanced day one, not really. 2, good. Make the character good. Doesn't need to be great, doesn't need to be excellent. It needs to be fun and good, because if they're good enough, everyone's going to have a great time playing the character. And the last is I want there to always be a skill gap, a skill differential. I want you to always be able to type when you diff the opponent, diff. That's what I want. I want you to be able to tell, oh, he just picked this character up because I'm playing him, but he ain't me. I don't want it to where it's like, well, he picked up the character for an hour. He's mastered the character. He knows everything there is about the character. I need there to be levels. There need to be levels of the shit. So with all those parameters covered, let's get into the first buff. And that is every instance of damage Hulk takes, whether it's 1 damage or 100 trillion, all his skill cooldowns get reduced by 0.10 seconds. AKA, he needs to get hit 10 times for one of his cooldowns to go down by 1. Now, this is a very important buff. Why? Because if I'm gonna get my ass whooped, I would at least like to get some sort of reward, because that's all Hulk do right now is just get his ass whooped, get CC, go in the back line, jump in like Super Mario, and motherfucker come out looking like a Goomba, flat on the ground, squished. It's just over. You can't work with him. There's a reason I want to play Hulk. I can't play Hulk because I just die. That's all I do. I just die. So if I'm going to get my ass whooped, I would at least like a little bit of reward. You know, skill cooldowns, I can bubble at least, maybe survive. Will this be the greatest buff in the world? No, but it still leaves a little bit of the gap expression. Now, the next one we want to talk about is a bit of a bug fix and also an improvement. Make his gamma shield range larger, because whether it's a bug or not, you can look on the screen, why the fuck is it not protecting them? It doesn't make any sense, because if I slightly step to the right here, he's shielded all of a sudden. I don't know, it's fucking weird where it feels like it's in the shape of an X, the bubble shield. I don't know, it's weird, it's stupid, because it also affects it when it jumps, where you feel like, oh, the green circle that emanated from it hit them, but it didn't cover them. I've had it happen many times. Jump in, try to save Luna, she fucking dies, even though I was directly above her and did the shield. I want to fix, make it larger, it would be a beautiful buff. Buff number 3, extend Gamma Prison by a second. Since Marvel Rivals has decided to gift all our strategists with all survivability and increased health in some instances, Gamma Prison an extra second would be quite important, very, very important. Just that extra second to kill a strategist, because here's a fun fact, Hulk has no combos. Hulk's combo is Gamma Prison, Gamma Clap, punch, 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 punch. He doesn't have any melee wave, you can't juggle in your normal state, and so it's not exactly great. It's not Angela or Captain America or Venom, Thing, Penny. Like every other tank has combos or just does a stupendous amount of damage. Hulk don't get that. So a Gamma Prison by an extra second is very important. However, this fourth buff, this is where things get fun. Gamma Burst, aka his Gamma Clap, should not burst Gamma Prison, and instead it should do additional damage to people in Gamma Prison while keeping them in Gamma Prison. I cannot tell you the amount of times as Hulk I've stunned somebody in the back line. Maybe I stunned a support, maybe I stunned a DPS, and I want to clap, but at the same time I can't clap, because if I clap, they get un-Gamma Prisoned and then nothing happened. So like I have to just save it for ults, but like that's cool, but like not it's the beginning of the round, no one has ult, Gamma Prison, because I can't jump in the back line, because if I jump in the back line I die. So just if I Gamma Prison, doing additional damage, I don't know how much additional. Let's just say if he Gamma Prisons you and hits you with the clap, I don't know, 150? Sure, why not? 150, 180. So then it's 2 punches to kill. Honestly, I wouldn't hate it, but that buff would be kind of nice because you Gamma Prison, then you Gamma Clap, and then they're unstuck, and then they don't die because none of the strategies in this godforsaken game die, especially Satan herself, Invisible Woman. Buff number 5. This would be so beautiful. This would be so lovely. You could bring a tear to my eye. When charge jump is at 75+%, jump charge cannot be interrupted. And then when charge jump is at 100%, Hulk is CC immune only while airborne. Now these 2 buffs are very crucial and very, very important. And I want to just express how even if they implemented none of the other buffs and just these 2, it would be great. Hulk would still be the worst tank in the game because his damage is not great. But these 2 implementations would be fantastic because one, what this would allow is, like I say, skill expression. For me to outplay, for me to sit here and be like, okay, Invis just pushed, Hela used her stun, Phoenix used her stun, okay, Emma's diamond form is still on cooldown, okay, I can jump in now. And now when I jump in, because I can't be interrupted, I can get the charge at 100%, I can go in, do my thing. Now when their cooldowns are back, I can leave and not get punished instead of now, even if cooldown. I jump in, by the time they get all their cooldowns back, I try to leave, Invis pulls me back, I get stunned, yada, yada, yada. I get punished even though I tried to outplay them, outmaneuver them, kept track, get punished. This would allow for if you're in Hulk and you're keeping track, okay, Diamond Form's going, Magneto's cannon, he still doesn't have that yet. All right, that's stun, that's CC. It should still be on cooldown. She just used that. Yada. You get rewarded for being aware of who's used it, so that if you go in, you know there's no CC. You're guaranteed if you hold it to get to 75, so you can't get interrupted, and then you get to 100. Then you can jump out safely while you're airborne because you're not going to get pulled back. It lets you be skill expression. It lets you get skill reward. It still also has the nuance of even when you're on the ground, you're not CC immune. So if they get it and you're still charging, you can still get stunned. You can still get grabbed. It just allows skill expression, but it allows it to feel so good when you just outplay them. You outthink them. You're like, they don't have stuns. They don't have this. It just, because right now there's just none of that. You go in, doesn't matter if they don't have stuns. If they do have stuns, you just die. You just fucking explode. You cannot get out because you get punished for playing Hulk. And the last buff that I would give him is when in ult, when in Monster Hulk form, if Hulk grabs you and kills you in this Hulk form, if he delivers the final hit upon this Hulk when he is in Monstrous Hulk, it will reset his ult back to 12 seconds right now. Now, some might say, what do you mean? So you know how Bucky does again and again? Well, if Hulk grabs you, because right now, I'll be honest with you, as a Hulk player, there's very few times you use it. Like you use it in most of the time you use it is against another Hulk, like dead ass. Like you hear Hulk smash, and then you're like, shut the fuck up. You stun them. You then Hulk smash, stun them again, run up and grab them, exhaust all their Hulk time, and then you go from there. Another time is like Mantis ult. You can grab her out of her ult and then juggle her off the map. Invis, you kind of can't do it because Invis fucking circle slows you when you leave, so you can't actually get to her because you're so much slower. There's some other ults you can do it on, but that's like the main practical. But like a lot of times you kind of can't do it either because as Hulk, Monster Hulk, you're the first one to engage a lot of times. So you engage Monster Hulk, guess what? You know what the enemy team's like? Ooh, big fucking pinata, light his ass on fire. Even with your strategist dumping you, your ass is still getting that ass tapped, and you take 1 billion damage, and then you die. So if you're going to be stuck in an animation that you can't do anything about for 6 seconds, if you get a kill, you should at least get rewarded. And this also makes it strategic. Oh, stagger him. Let me get in this animation 6 seconds, 12 seconds. I can kind of keep going. Remember, he's not fully CC immune. So even in his ult, he still be pulled off, still can be grabbed, still can be kicked around. still get bullied, all that in his ult. Now he has a CC immunity when he's jumping, which is good. And when he gets higher charge, it doesn't go away, right? I've contemplated whether he should have faster charging one in his ult, if that would be fine. But like it would depend. If these buffs theoretically got implemented, like I said, I can't implement them, so I have no idea how they would fully blown effect. But that's kind of where I would be at. Like maybe give him faster charge as well in his ult, but keep him CCMU or keep him CCable and all that in that form, because if he not, he would literally just turn into Thanos. And kind of last thing is just fixing the bugs. Hulk still has bugs from like season 0. His jump, sometimes when you grab someone in air, for some reason they'll just fall off. You just fall out of it. There's no reason. Like, yeah, if you hit a wall or something, like, they'll fall off, but sometimes they're just in open space. You grabbed them and then they just fall out of it for some reason. There's also the jump hitboxes. Even though while testing it, they might have patched it, they might have fixed it, or maybe it's just latency issues, but it seemed kind of fixed, because there was a lot of instances where I would jump and my head would just go through their body. But now it seems like if I touched them at all, they kind of got grabbed. So maybe it was just maybe they fixed it, maybe they haven't, maybe I can't figure it out. But you know, those are kind of the two things, and all the other jank bugs that they just haven't gotten around to Hulk to fix for some reason. So, and that's going to do it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below if you believe these buffs, what they would do to the character, what these buffs, theoretically, if they got implemented next season, what they would do for the character. Would it keep him the same? Would it raise him up? Do you think you would see him more, see him less? Be more represented in pro play, less represented? Just let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. That's all I got. I am gone. Peace.